7:06 p.m. Wigan, they have a home game against Man City. 7:06 p.m. Brighton vs Coventry. Premier League vs League 2. 7:04 p.m. We want a huge team versus a small one please. Millwall or Rockdale vs Newport or Spurs. 7:04 p.m. Leicester vs Sheffield United. Huddersfield or Birmingham vs Man Utd. 7:03 p.m. West Brom vs Southampton. Chelsea vs Hull, potentially a tricky tie for Antonio Conte to navigate. 7:22 p.m. Sheffield Wednesday vs Notts County or Swansea. 7:20 p.m. I remember being a young loon Aberdeen cheerword for boy and being absolutely delighted at any footage of football on a normal TV show. Wow, it's football, I used to think, so rare was it to be exposed to the game at 7 p.m. on a weeknight. The one show has a little FA Cup fourth round montage to let us watch. The child inside is excited, but actually, I'm not sure I go a couple of hours without seeing football now. Memories. 7:18 p.m. Ruud Gullit and Robbie Savage are on the one show to take part in the draw. Now they're explaining VAR to the presenters. The VAR puts graphics onto the pitch, says Matt Baker. What do you think, Ruud? Quick. We've got 30 seconds. 7:07 p.m. Notts County, Coventry and Newport County could all feature in the fifth round of the FA Cup, assuming Newport and Notts County manage to win their replays. You'd think Premier League clubs would prefer to be drawn against one of these lowly minnows, but Pep Guardiola said he prefers being drawn against teams in the same division after Man City's win over a very aggressive Cardiff. 7:02 p.m. West Brom Leicester, Huddersfield Birmingham, Notts County Swansea, Manchester United Sheffield Wednesday, Manchester City Coventry City, Millwall Rockdale Southampton, Brighton Hove Albion Wigan Athletic, Hull City Newport County Tottenham Chelsea Sheffield United. 6:44 p.m. Man City still on for quadruple after FA Cup win. Even though Pep Guardiola won't admit it, Manchester City has an increasingly serious chance of completing the quadruple this season. Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling scored as City advanced to the fifth round of the FA Cup with a 20 win over Championship team Cardiff on Sunday. It was the second time this week that City had beaten a second-tier opponent. The runaway Premier League leader saw off Bristol City in the semi-finals of the League Cup to clinch its first final under Guardiola. With a commanding 12-point lead in the Premier League and a favourable draw in the form of Swiss side Basel in the Champions League round of 16, every victory from here on will increase talk of an unprecedented quadruple for City. When asked if City could achieve the quadruple, Guardiola made his feelings clear. No. They asked me if we would be invincible in the Premier League and I said no, Guardiola told the BBC. I do not have enough players, I have players out injured. It is impossible. Chelsea will join City in Monday's draw after Michy Batshuayi's double paved the way to a comfortable 34th round victory over Newcastle. De Bruyne's clever free kick gave City an early lead before Sterling doubled the lead shortly before halftime. But City was dealt a blow when Leroy Sane was forced off injured at the break. Having been put through on goal in first half stoppage time, Sane was scythed down by Cardiff midfielder Joe Bennett, who was fortunate to receive just a yellow card. Referees have to protect the players and not just my players, all players. Where there is fault, and when it is dangerous, it is dangerous. You are not more brave for kicking, Guardiola said. Sane will be out, I am not sure how long for, I am not a doctor. Bennett was eventually sent off as he received a second yellow card for another poor challenge on City youngster Brahim Diaz in the closing stages.